There it is, you guys. There it is. Just go ahead and click yes on that, okay? Okay, let's get started. So, I have a really fun and powerful topic for you tonight. And sometimes with those, I like to just bring in some visuals and some PowerPoint. And sometimes I feel like that's honestly just easier. So, we're going to do that. So, here's the thing, you guys, March Madness is here. I hope you guys are super freaking excited. And here's the deal, if you don't feel excitement, and just empowerment with the things that we're being handed, this is what I'm going to encourage you to do because it's okay. Like, you don't always have to feel super excited or motivated. I mean, I've been here for 12 years, so I've been like, wow, some people are really doing it this month. And then there's like other times where you're like, what am I missing? And honestly, this is what I'm going to tell you. More times than not, it means you kind of have been unplugged from your crowd. Okay. So I'm going to encourage you to stay plugged in all month long, especially on the Road to VIP page. You guys, there is so much gold happening on that page. There is so much gold coming from our corporate team. And although I love like coming in and sharing perspective and experience and different things like that with you guys, I also love you hearing from other people. And sometimes you get to hear the same thing and you'll hear it like repetitive. And I think that's needed so that like that's what's working, right? And so you always want to pick up the things that are working. And I've said this many times when we start Zooms is I don't want you to sit and listen and be like and think about what you can't do. I want you to sit and listen and take things in and take notes and those types of things. And then I want you to think, what can you incorporate from what you learned from that Zoom tonight into your business to maybe help you get to the next level or to maybe help you go for some bigger numbers, right? Because March Madness is here. We are not here to play small. So, first of all, get your butt plugged in because that is so important. Second of all, you need to make some new goals, okay? Sometimes we are still really holding on to some old goals because we're like, dang, we haven't hit them yet. Well, guess what? Sometimes they're not applying to where you're at in life now. So you got to get rid of them, make current, make new ones that hold meaning to your life right now where it's at and know the many ways that you have to make them happen, okay? So this is not the time or the month to be playing small at all, okay? So we're not going to be playing small from here on out. If you've started that way this year, I don't really feel like a lot of people have, but we definitely still have some, okay? And I always say it's okay to be nervous, but I want to tell you something. It is even better to take action and move forward with those nerves, right? Like I always tell people, I'm like, you don't have to wait to feel ready or to have the nerves dissipate or to wait to feel, like you've been qualified or you have the skills to go do and hit these goals. You guys, no one succeeds that way. That's not how they moved forward. That's not how they grew. That's not how they succeeded. What they did is they acknowledged the things that made them nervous and then they still did the work and took the actions anyways. And you know what's crazy is that those things that make you nervous, what happens is like the next time there's a new thing that makes you nervous, you kind of acknowledge it, but instead of letting it hold like grip onto you for months or however long you've done it for, you're like, I'm going to acknowledge that, but I'm going to work with that. Right. And so that is where you start realizing your potential and you're like, it doesn't matter how I feel. Hey, can you shut that? Sloan, shut the door. Business with kids. This is what I'm talking about. Shut the door, Sloan. Okay, so anyways, I want you to see that the goals that you have, if they're making you nervous, I want to hear about them in the chat. They should be making you nervous. Okay, these should be things that you feel like you're like, I don't even know if I'm capable of doing them. Those are how big your goals should be for this time during this season with partnering with this company. Okay, so I want to see the chat blowing up. You guys are going to put yourselves out there. I am encouraging every single person. I sent out game plans to people that are on our team and that aren't sure how to map, all that kind of stuff, right? And I told them, I'm like, I better see on your social media what you're going for because here is the thing, you guys. People don't care if you've achieved it yet. They don't care what you've already achieved prior to this. What they care about most is the excitement that you have for where you're headed and that you know you're headed somewhere, that you have some forward vision because that's what they want to hop into. And I think so many times we get quiet because we're like, well, we don't have this long story or we don't have all these accomplishments. Guess what? I've been here for 12 years. I'm not still talking about when I got a diamond bonus that was $10,000. I'm talking about what I'm going for right now that excites me right now. Okay. So we're not going to play small at all. So I want to see get triple back. Yeah. And you guys, you know what's I'm going to tell you something. My journey hasn't always been like this. I mean, it's like all over. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The people that maybe were a part of your business that helped you go ruby or helped you go emerald or diamond, they may not be your people that bring you back to triple or that bring you back to diamond or that help you get your next goal. And you got to be okay with that, right? Because that's their choice and that's something that we can't control. But what we can control is the action that we're taking for the goals that we have in front of us and welcoming those in that are ready to work along with you. Okay. And so that's what I want you to be focusing on. It can be your goal can be a number of rubies. Maybe you have a goal of a personally enrolled rubies. I know last year that was something I focused on. And you guys, it helped me I think I tripled Kevin's check and it stayed there because I was just focused on popping rubies like over and over and over again. Isn't that crazy? It wasn't popping diamonds. It wasn't, going for these really big things, but it was rubies. I was like, I want the girls who want $500 or more because that was me when I started. Okay. So I want you to think, and maybe it's a number of perks members because you're like, dang, I mapped out for a certain rank but I need volume. And we're going to talk about volume tonight. So you're going to be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm on tonight. Okay. So your goals can be something different, but you got to break them down. And then the other thing I want to share with you is not only are we not playing small in goals, you guys, we have to stop playing small in a lot of the other areas, okay? And I'm going to give you some examples because these are some of the things that I hear over and over and I'm like, let's work through these things, okay? Again, we have these certain things in these little like glass ceilings that we put on ourselves, but I also want you to know together we can acknowledge those and we can totally break those, okay? Because we're always going to have a certain something that we put on there and we're just going to keep pushing through. And that's the beauty of being in this business with other people who are cheering you on and who are supporting you and who can see those things that maybe you can't see. But you guys, I hear so many times oh, I'm assuming that they only have this amount of money to spend. Y'all, that was me when I started. Like, I was like, I'm just going to offer one product because I don't even know if these people would be customers. And then all of a sudden, I'll never forget it. I had somebody that was like, hey, why did you tell her about the defining gel? But like, I ordered wraps and you didn't tell me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, I felt so stupid, you guys. And I'm like, okay, no. I'm going to start telling people about the packs and they can decide from there, okay? Or thinking that people aren't going to sign up as a perks member because they have to do the 3 months, right? Like I see that a lot. Guess what? If you are holding back on that or you're timid, you are going to sign the people for the 1995 membership fee and you know what? You're going to get frustrated because you're not allowing yourself to build momentum or to stack on the work that you did previously. So we are going to get rid of that tonight. We are working through that. I want to tell you something that even when they brought that back to where it was just the 1995, you guys, I literally don't think I've still signed a customer for the 1995. So I want to tell you, it comes from the confidence and how you're presenting it. I don't even talk about it. So guess what? That's why I'm not signing people for the 1995. I go straight into the 3 month thing. And guess what? It's going to make your frustrations of having volume or not having volume there or whatever it is that you're struggling with, it's going to take that away. You want the 3 month program no matter what. So that's all you should be talking about. And if somebody isn't going to sign because of that, then you can go and you can offer some of these other things. Okay. What's another one that I hear? Oh, that if somebody doesn't have money, like say they're interested in aloe, right? Then they're like, oh, I just don't know if I have the money to do that. And you guys are sitting on it. You're like, that's it. That's done. She only doesn't even have 40 some dollars to get the aloe. Y'all should be offering that person the business. I am telling you, like, we are stopping too soon. We are ending the conversation too soon. Okay. So if somebody doesn't have $40 to spend on themselves, yeah, they probably need a side business or a side hustle and one that offers them the flexibility and freedom that our business does. Y'all should be hopping on that like nothing, okay? And showing them exactly how to come in and make that money right back. Okay, they can be scared. Guess what? It's good to have a little skin in the game. I remember, drop a one in the chat. You can even say what you were nervous about when you started. We're all here together, right? We're here, we're committed, we're showing up. But guess what? It means doesn't mean that we didn't start scared. I remember I was terrified of losing money when I first started this business, but it also made me stick to our systems. And because I stuck to our systems, I have never not profited a single month in this business. And I've been here for almost 12 years. Not a single month, you guys. And yes, I did have fears too. Okay. So make sure that we're offering them. There's other things like people are like, oh, this person has a great job, or I think their life is perfect. So I'm not going to offer them the business. Y'all, you don't get to make that call. We're not mind readers. Okay. They may make great money, but they may not have any flexibility and freedom. Or they might have some of the flexibility and freedom and they're like, dang, I would love to just have community or something for myself or like adult conversations, right? So here's the thing, we're resetting. We're going to reset tonight. These details and these things that I hear, these are not our focus as It Works distributors. That is not part of our job. It is not deciding for people. We are not mind readers. That would be cool if we are. But we don't know what people need or what they want without asking or being in conversation with them, plain and simple. Okay. So if you keep that in mind and you get those conversations started, guess what? Those conversations will turn into conversions. And we talked about that on the last Zoom. So that's where you're going to get your perks members. That's where you're going to get your distributors. And that's why it's super important to be hopping on those Monday night calls, because you can hear where a lot of people start and you're like, guess what? You probably would have seen her scrolling through your stuff and been like, I'm not going to ask her, right? But instead, we're going to ask and get in the conversations because that is our goal. Okay. So tonight, our topic is we're talking duplication. And I love this because we were on a triples call and that is what they were talking about. And I'm like, dang, this is actually so good. And I was like, and it wasn't even the whole Zoom. Like there were so many different aspects, but I'm not joking. It was the beginning part. And I was like, no, this is happening. Okay. And it was John actually talking, but here's the thing with duplication. And when you have duplication, what happens is you begin to have multiplication in your business, which if you want people being able to duplicate what you do, and then it multiplying, please just drop a one in the chat because like that's literally one of the biggest perks about our business is that we actually are not working alone. We get to work together. And what we're doing is we are taking what's working for us and we are sharing it so other people can do the same thing. So it has them winning and it has you winning and everybody as a whole is winning. Okay. So you're going to have so many more wins. You can build up that momentum that you want, which we can already feel is happening. You'll have the promotions. You're going to have new ranks happening. You're going to be able to maintain your ranks so much easier if you have systems that people are able to duplicate, which allows for multiplication. Okay. And so how do we get duplication is we get it with systems. So if you are not using the systems that we have in place for our business and for products, you are probably not seeing duplication or multiplication in your business. Okay. So that's what we're going to focus on. I am going to flip flop my screen for 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. Why does it do that? Okay, there we go. Takes a hot second, okay? All right, so this is what we're gonna talk about tonight. We're gonna go like this, okay? And thinking like, what is your system? Okay, and I want you to think that. And I'm gonna go through some of these that are already happening for us. And yours might be different for your team, but here's the thing, you guys. Yes, you wanna lead yourself first, but you also want to create things amongst your team and in your downline that is duplicatable, okay? So first of all, let's just start here, product packs. You guys, this is where we should be focusing. And I want to tell you something. People are always like, Sarah, how do you get orders that are like 150 and 160 BV and that type of stuff? I'm telling you, you guys, one of the best things that I've ever figured out is that I start with packs, right? And some of these packs I was kind of creating myself, but guess what? Our company, they see the products that we're putting together and the products that we love together. And not only are they coming in and putting them together for us, but they're actually allowing us to offer them at an even cheaper price, which makes it even more affordable for our people. And it helps them get on these systems that we have going on. Okay. So, right now, this is what I always do. I always start high, you guys. I always start high. So, you will never see me talking to somebody and only suggesting like one product or two products. Like I will always start with anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 products. And you know what? If from there it's not in their budget, and there are obviously products that go with their goal, right? I always ask their goal. But if it's not within their budget, then we bring things down, right? And I will always say we can work within your budget. But I want to tell you something that I feel like is gold. When a customer comes back and maybe they chose to go with one product, that's okay, you guys. Like that's okay. But guess what? When they're like frustrated or they're not getting the results as fast as they want, you can go back and be like, hey, what like do you have the ability to put in a couple of the other products that we spoke on? And you know what's funny is their mind is way more open to that because they're like, oh, this isn't the first time she brought this up, right? As where if you are just trying to sell the slimming gummies and then they come back and they're like, oh, I don't see anything, and they're kind of mad about something, guess what? Now you're trying to offer these new things and they're already resistant to it, right? So I want you to think I want to start high and I want to start with packs. So I want you to pay attention. Now you're going to bring people in usually by offering one product, or you're talking about, a couple of the products that you like. So here's what our packs are. We have our weight loss one. So this is the 30-day drop, right? This one focuses on gut health, which is really truly overall health and just living a healthy lifestyle. And then we have our beauty side of things, okay, which can offer a couple things, but obviously this is the hair care system, okay? Um, I just really don't know the good spot to put this. I'm going to go like this. Okay, perks of packs. First of all, they are systems, right? They are something that they are going to come with, and but all of these 3 packs that I just shared with you, they all have instructions on how to use these products. So again, you are giving your customer a system that is super easy to follow, and they have resources right at their fingertips. So you can even see in the 30-day gut reset pack, you guys, they also, and I'll break this down a little bit more since it's pretty new for us, but they have a system already in place. When they get the hair care pack, there is a card that is in there that already has it. So I want to tell you the perks of packs, here they are. Our customers are getting faster results, which means that your customers are going to be happier. I can tell you through and through that your customers would rather spend another $50 to $75 and they can get free shipping or unlock some of the other things that we have going on and get faster results than spend $40, $50 on one product and get the same results that it would take them in 3 months in 7 months. Okay. So again, instead of thinking that you know what somebody's going to be spending their money on, oh, sorry about that. Your job is just to offer these. Okay. The other thing is our products are meant to be worked together, right? Towards the common goal of whatever they have. And then also when you have packs, you have the ability for your customers to fall in love with more than one product, right? And so maybe if there's one product that isn't sitting well with them, guess what? They're trying 4 or 5. They're going to find minimum of one product that they're loving. And then what happens is that you're going to now have this like forever customer, right? That they're constantly ordering Simply Aloe every single month, or they're constantly ordering flat, or let's be real, like this whole system right here is amazing. They'll probably continuously order that one. Okay. So, along with the packs, you guys are going to start seeing higher BV orders, which allows you to have obviously higher group volume. If your volume is higher, your paycheck is going to be higher. But on top of that, you're going to be getting more weekly bonuses. And then if they're starting with things like this, you guys, you're going to have so much higher conversion for customers to distributors, because what you're looking at is all these packs have a certain BV that would make somebody commission qualified. So if they are loving their pack or they're getting results and they're sharing them with you when you are checking in, that is a perfect person to be offering the business to. Okay. And when I'm looking at everybody's game plans, Every single person is like, I need distributors, right? I want more people working with me. I want the people that are hungry. And so we got to remember and we got to put those in our head while we're working with that. Like, how can we get those distributors, right? So here's the thing. This is something that you'll see dropped over and over, but I really truly want you to think about this. So, more times than not, you guys, when you are grabbing someone's attention, it's probably in the products that you are using that you are sharing. Okay. So, I'm in my stories a lot. I usually am sharing more than one product because I use more than one product. There's sometimes that I'm putting something out about coffee, but the cool thing is, whatever it is that you're using and that you love, and you can be sharing one product, it truly, if you ask certain questions, you are going to see that it opens everything up to your entire website. Okay. So, grab their attention. That's step one, right? Whether that be on a post, a story, you're sharing people's before and afters. If you are shy with sharing before and afters, you are missing out. You are missing out. And I don't mean just your own. If you don't have before and afters of yourself, that's your goal this week. It our products, you will see results in literally a week time span if you actually stay consistent and you actually take your pictures. Okay. But also, I enjoy sharing other people's as well amongst my own, you guys. Yes, I share my own, but because not everybody is built the same, right? So I could maybe go share somebody else's before and afters, and that may relate to that person. Like a lot of people, right? You relate yourself to certain different images, and you're like, oh, like that girl's more my body style, or whatever it is. So I make sure to share a little bit of everything so that I'm kind of reaching this network, and it's a lot broader than just if I share my own or I share just one of somebody else's. Okay. So, first thing is getting their attention. Second thing is give the info that they're asking for. So, if I say, like, hey, drop comment coffee on my, if you want more info or whatever it is, right? Or if it's on my story, I'm telling them what to do, right? And so if I do that, I always answer the info that they're asking for. But here's what I end with, you guys, every single time. Okay, so I kind of hook them in, and then from there, I always say, "Does that sound like something you're interested in?" And then number 2 literally kind of goes to this, right? I say, "What goal do you have in mind that you want to reach?" And then you guys, I'm going to tell you this. I always give options. So like just like you see on the screen, I always give options. And obviously the options I'm giving are certain things that go with certain products on our website. But I am telling you, by doing this, you're not assuming anything, and you're not like, oh, this girl needs weight loss and that's what you hone in on. Like, no, maybe she's very happy with her weight, but she's like, dang, I just want to be healthier, right? So I always give options, because what this does is it opens it up for you to start offering more products. And then when I go to list out products for people, I break it down and I tell them what each of those products is doing and how it's helping them hit that goal. Okay. So when you're looking at this picture, if they say weight loss, your automatic draw should be to go to the 30-day drop instantly. And we're going to talk about some add ons, okay? If their overall is like gut health, nutrition, better energy, y'all, you should be flopping right into the 30-day gut reset. And then you can kind of see this little arrow. Your people, they may start here. Well, guess what? On month 2, if they're kind of where their goals at, you can swoop them over. Every single human with a stomach, a working digestive system, whatever it is, mouth, name it, they can all be on these 3 products every single day for the rest of their life. Every single person. Okay. So this is kind of the thing that you want to be thinking of. Obviously, if they talk about tightening, toning, or hair and health and that type of stuff, then we're going to kind of go over to our beauty options. Okay. So let's kind of break these down. We've talked about the 30-day drop. We did a big breakdown of it, but we're just going to go through it really quick. Okay. So our 30-day drop, I want to show you stuff. Nothing our corporate team does like just happens to line up like it does. There is so much thought and reason behind every little thing they do. So sometimes you're like, well, why didn't they put, the cleanse or simply aloe with this or whatever it is? Guess what? They did that so that you can have an add on, right? They did that so that you can actually bring in some more BV if you want to, if you're offering it, right? You're never going to get that if you're not offering it. But let's just talk about this. So this one comes with 4 full-size products, right? So we have our flat, we have our Thermophyte X, we have our slimming gummies, and then we have the flat that is with that. And again, if you guys are like, why 30 days? Okay, first of all, 30 days is a short enough time span for people that they're like, okay, I can do something for 30 days. What's even cooler is that it takes 21 days to create a new habit. And if you have done what we've talked about and you ask somebody how much weight they want to lose, you guys, most people, they're like, I want to lose 10 pounds, or it's even higher than that. Guess what? That's not going to happen in 1 month, probably, or even 2 months. And so the cool thing is that when we talk about our perks program, when you're mentioning these things, you guys, they're not thinking it's going to happen in 1 month. So when you say, hey, you can do this for 30 days, but say you hit your weight loss goal by the second month, we can drop you into maintenance mode, right? Which is where they would flip over to the gut reset. They are going to be like, yeah, I'm here for that. You don't work that hard to drop your weight that you want and then not maintain it, right? And so I want to share some of these things with you. The weight loss 30-day drop, it's $125 in 80 BV. First of all, great auto ship, right? You can go in, you could start it, you can get your own results very quickly. And then on top of that, you can invite people in. I think so many times we think, oh my gosh, we have to already have hit our goal before we can start sharing our journey. Nah, that's another lie. You want to take people along with your journey. That makes you more human. It makes you more relatable. When you're saying, hey, I want 5 people to do this with me, guess what? You're doing it together. You can be like, I'm going to do a weekly check-in. You write those people down who joined you, and then you really check in with them weekly. Like, hold them accountable. Be like, hey, have you checked out the meal plan? These are some of my favorite snacks that I've been enjoying. You guys, it can be so simple. But what I also want to show you is a qualified leg is obviously 400 BV. So if you have 5 30-day drops, that's a qualified leg. So if you have your own, which is 80 BV, you guys, I'm sorry, I can't see the chat, but I will get to it if there's questions, or you can unmute yourself. But if you have say you put this on your auto ship and then you got 4 more, that is already a qualified leg for somebody. So also, as you are helping new people come on board, not only do you want to ask them their financial goal, I want you to be asking them, what is their health goal? What focus do they have? Guide them to the certain things that they should be putting on their auto ship so that they can go around these packs and they can bring people along with them. Okay. So if you sign up 4 PMs with a 30-day drop, guess what? You've already just earned yourself one of the $50 perks member bonuses. Now, if they have it like this, that's already a qualified leg. Do you see how easy that is happening if you're using the packs and you're focusing on the systems that corporate is handing to us? Great add-ons, you guys, for to get this up to 149 for free shipping. You can add the cleanse, perfect reset. They would do it right off the bat. You have a coffee drinker, they want to swap out to healthier coffee, they can add in the coffee. Aloe, I mean, every person needs aloe. I don't care who you are. You can do wraps because if somebody is wanting to lose 30 pounds, guess what? They're probably going to start having some of that loose skin, so that can help tighten, tone, and firm. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Next one is our 30-day gut reset system. So these are the people, you guys, that are coming in. They're like, you know what? I want healthier options. I'm looking for better energy. I'm working to get better nutrition in. Maybe they're the ones that are like, I have the really bad bloating, uncomfortable tummy all the time. This is where you want to steer them. Okay. So gut health, you guys, it is so important, obviously, and having it right impacts pretty much every single area of your body. So when we talk about gut health, that is creating a healthy balance between your stomach and within your stomach and your intestines. When it is out of balance, people have like the brain fog. They're going to have the low energy. They might be having the breakouts. They're craving sugar all the time. They will have the headaches, right? They have all these things. You might find them that they're overeating or whatever it may be. So it turns into health issues for them and they start feeling not their best. So that is why health is so stinking important. It's literally linked to every single organ in your body. Your gut health is, okay? So important and impactful. So the first system, like just the essentials one, it comes with 3 full-size products, but there's also 3 levels to this pack. And I want to show you something cool with the promotion that we have going on, right? So if you didn't know, they started it early, but we have that promotion where if they spend $125, right, their subtotal is $125, they will get a free pack of wraps with their orders. You guys, I actually freaking love this one. I really do. And I love that they're making you shoot for that 125 because what they're showing you is literally what we're talking about tonight. They're like, no more of the 1 and 2 product orders. Like, let's bring people in and get them started on these systems that we have. Okay. So the first one, the essential, it comes with the aloe. You're going to take that in the morning on an empty stomach. Second one is the greens. You guys, you can take that anytime. Just take it. Just don't skip it, okay? You can choose between chocolate and berry. Put in the chat, what team are you? Okay, put in the chat, because this is good for people to see. Put in the chat, are you team berry or are you team chocolate? And then I also, the second part is I want you to say how you enjoy your greens. How do you mix them? Are you putting it in your coffee? Are you just doing it in cold water? Are you putting it in like lemonade, or are you putting it in a shake? Like, pop it in the chat because I find that this is super helpful for people to see how other people enjoy it. And it's awesome for you to be able to suggest the same things for people when you're trying to help them, right? So, like, take some notes that are happening in the chat. But greens, I literally, this is one of the products I started for, and we've only made our greens 10 times better. So, and then the third one is flat. You guys, do you know that flat is one of our top selling products? Like it, so Slimming Gummies launched and it was like one of our biggest launches. Then Slimmer launched and it like trumped the Slimming Gummies. Well, guess what? Flat launched and it is one of our biggest launches yet. So I am telling you, if you haven't got a lot about flat, you may want to do so. So again, I want to share with you, if you are talking about flat, or maybe you're talking about the greens, or maybe you already do all 3 of these, but just say you're talking about one. What's awesome is that you can literally start the conversation with that. And once you ask them their goal, you can be like, I know the absolute perfect pack for you. And this is what it is. And you can bring this in. Okay. You can bring this into them. So again, it starts with whatever it is that you're kind of hooking them with. Give them that information and then you start making a plan for them. But you guys, you're not coming up with the plan yourself. We have the systems for you, okay? So I want you to know too that in the gut reset system, you guys, there's also a little drop card in there. So it has the schedule of how to take the products, but it also has a meal plan. When you are looking at this, I don't know if you've heard Carla talk about this, but I want to share this with you, okay? So when you're looking at this, you guys, it is a meal plan that is easy, digestible foods. Okay, so if you're looking at it, you're like, oh, it kind of looks vegetarian or it's without the red meats. Yeah, it is because you want to know what? This is a 30-day gut reset. So if you can follow these low inflammatory and easy digestible foods within that 30 days, guess the reason why they did that? They did that because it allows the gut to rest and recover. So you're truly giving it that reset in those 30 days, but then you're also bringing in these products that help heal it and that are feeding it the good things that it needs. Okay. And then after that, they can start reintroducing some of those other things, but they are going to notice a huge difference if they are doing that. Okay. So that is all in there. It's $99. I want to share something with you. That is crazy because if you put these 3 products together by yourself, which is what we were doing, you guys, that was like 140 some dollars, which is actually still not bad, right? Because your super greens has your multivitamin, it has your superfoods, it has digestive enzymes, it has your prebiotics, your probiotics. Like this sucker is like a 5-in-1, okay? But now they're saving $50 and it's 60 BV. So again, if you're like, what can we add on? First of all, if you add on the cleanse, that's our next system. That's the next step up in this system. But if you're also looking at that and you're like, oh, I have a coffee drinker, get them hooked up on our coffee, right? You can add the coffee into this. They can get to where they get the free shipping, which remember, free shipping is $149 and above. And then, or you can even add in the product of the month. If you added in Slimming Gummies with this, it would still pop it up to where they would get the free wraps that's going with it, right? Because it pops it up past the 125. So remember that we have that going on. We have that going on. That's over there, okay? So don't forget that. But also in offering these systems, like you can go back and you can follow up with your people and let them know, like, hey, If you get started and we get you started on this, if this is exactly what you're wanting to focus on, and we get you all set up over the weekend, you will also get a free pack of our Tighten and Toning wraps for your body that you can use on any area of your body from the neck down. Are you ready to get your order in and get started? Okay, so it's super, super easy. And then our third pack is hair health and growth. Okay, so again, you guys, if you haven't tried this, I'm like actually kind of obsessed with these products, to be honest with you. I get asked almost every single day when I'm at the rink, they're like, "Oh, did you just get your hair redone?" And I'm like, "No." And what's funny is that I'm actually getting my hair done less and less because my hair has never looked so healthy, so shiny. My ends are not dry. And obviously, I'm a brunette. So, like, if you put any sort of highlights or anything, you kind of get that like brittle, dry look on it. No, I have like literally none of it. But what I want to share with you, again, if you're like shy and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money. You guys, it actually isn't. You get 6 full-size products that I don't know about any of you guys, but these last me way longer than a month. Obviously, the gummies only last me a month because there's 30 in there. So if it is lasting you longer, you're not being consistent. Okay. And I tell my people that I'm like, if you still have gummies, that's a problem. Okay. So let's start being consistent with it. So I kind of joke around with my customers as well, but everything else, literally, it lasts me way longer than that. But what I want to share with you is that's $149. So they're already unlocking free shipping right off the bat. And then it's 100 BV. Okay. So for customers with our hair pack is literally a qualified leg. This is how I work. This is how my brain works. This is how I work when I am looking through maps and all that kind of stuff. I hone in on what my distributor's favorite products are, and I'm like, you know what? This is what you're using. I want you to focus on this pack. And these are the stories you're going to be sharing, the posts you're going to be sharing, and you are going to be consistent as the sun with those. And you know what, you guys? That's what works. That's what's working. Okay, is they're getting that. And you know how excited people get from getting a 30 BV order to all of a sudden these 120 BV orders? Your business starts booming so much faster. Your volume is multiplying. And guess what? These systems are duplicatable. You don't have to know which products to put together, they are already done for you. They are already done for you. Okay. And again, if you're wanting to add anything on, greens, a lot of times people's hair is what it is because of lack of nutrition, right? And so greens are amazing. Collagen, y'all, the collagen, I know a lot of people sleep on it, but it is so freaking bomb. It is so good for your skin, so good for hair, all the things. And in here, I just put this down here, but like if they were wanting to focus on like beauty and body, wraps and defining gel, you can put those suckers together, right? More times than not, if they're looking to tighten, tone, and firm, you can also go with the gut health pack, right? But you can even add those on to each other if you want to, but you can go for their beauty. You can go with the collagen. You can go with the facial oils, the greens, all the things you can kind of mix in together. Okay. So let's talk about the perks member. So that's our first thing. That's our first system is the products. Okay. Those are what we should be going to instantly. And I'm telling you, it's going to help your people be being able to get those 4 customers, but also get that 300 in volume for their perks member bonuses. Okay. So this is how I present this. You guys do not even offer the other 2 ways. Those are there if somebody is absolutely like, no way, I hate this thing. I mean, and I also am going to tell you if you're getting that a lot, it's probably in how you're presenting it. You are timid about it. You don't believe in the 3 month yet, okay? And I'm just calling you out because I know. So here's the thing is I presented the 3 month the only option. Okay? And I don't say this is your only option. I say, "Hey, the way this works and with this there's no fee. You unlock my 25% discount on every single product that is on the website. You have first access to the sales and full control of your order. But it is 3 months. You can stick with this. And if you hit your weight loss goal, we can switch you to another thing, but you can switch out your products. You don't have to order the same thing every single month. So again, going back to your people who are like, I have 6 things that I want to try, but I can only afford 3. Guess what? You can tell them, hey, pick your top 3. Next month, you can decide if there was one maybe that you didn't love as much, but there's like certain ones you can't go without. We can go in and we can adjust that second order. So I just let them know there's no minimum or maximum that you have to spend. And then after the 3 months, You can decide if you want to keep it monthly. And again, you guys, I tell them I have had a monthly order for 12 years. Actually, I have two. I have mine and Kevin's. And I'm like, I love it because it keeps me consistent. It's one less stop that I have to make within my routine or my errands or whatever. But or you can decide and you can turn off the monthly and you can order as you wish. Does that sound good? This is literally my spiel. And I can tell you that I don't have people say, I don't want to do the 3 months. If they are saying that, you are not telling them how much control they have over it. They're not understanding the program. Okay. So you want to make sure to touch in that they can change up their order. There's no minimum or maximum. They have full control of it. Those are the things that I go in on, and that's what I'm getting. When you get those 1 month orders, you are working so hard for that order and that customer. And if you are not good at following up with them, to get them on, like, hey, do you want to get it again this month? You're losing that customer. You worked so hard for it. And then now you're having to replace it already for the next month. Okay. So if you can do that, that's what you want to do. And why is it even the best one, you guys? It brings you consistent volume, but it also brings your customers better results, right? Like a lot of people we know, they're going to maybe start seeing results in 2 weeks. And then by the month, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling good. But why not feel better? Like, why are you going to stop after 30 days when you're feeling good? That makes zero sense to me, right? And really, all the products that It Works brings out, you guys, they purposefully focus on products that people would use daily so that we will have lifetime customers. That is something that you will see. And if you go and you look at our products, you're like, oh my gosh, that's spot on, right? There is reason behind literally everything they bring in and everything that they're doing. Okay. So, and then obviously customers who order longer and are ordering more products find the products that they fall in love in with and want to use daily. If you have those customers who are loving their products, you should be inviting them to become a distributor and share these products. Do you see how this kind of brings in your customers and your distributors, and you are building your business through the systems that are literally at our fingertips? So, the other thing is they are going to get their biggest bang for their buck. I always tell them that they can decide. And then if they're still not sold, just let them know, like on their fourth month, if they keep it, they also get the free product of the month with their fourth auto ship order. So I always like tell my people on the third month, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hey, this month is your fourth order. And I just let them know, like, our product of the month is Slimming Gummies this month. This is what Slimming Gummies does. You are actually going to get this put in your order as a gift for being a customer. So don't turn off your auto ship for this month. Let me know if you need help editing it or if you just like what you're getting. More times than not, you guys, people just keep going with what they've got going on. Okay. So that's the perks member portion of things. Okay, so we have our duplicatable systems. Product packs, if you're using those, you're going to be bringing in higher volume, right? You're going to see the duplication happening. The systems are already there for us. And then you're going to be able to see the multiplication happening in your volume. Two is getting that 3 month perks member option. I can see people, and I know, and it's kind of usually when people are newer, but that 1 month, you just don't even mention it unless somebody's like, no, the reason why I don't want to order is because I don't want to do the monthly. Then you say, okay, hey, you also have the option to pay a $19.95 membership fee. And you can order one time. And then if you love the products and you want to keep it, you can hop on and order anytime and always have the discount, right? But you can read, we've talked about it before, the benefits of using these systems in place, right? You're going to see people are earning more of the weekly bonuses. You're going to see easier rank ups happening, higher paychecks. Your customers are going to be happy. You're going to be turning customers into distributors. And you're also going to start having those forever customers, right? You guys, when my people are on aloe and greens and flat, like that's not like you're not just doing you don't want your gut healthy just for 3 months. Like, and if they don't love the greens, which you guys, more people than not, if they've tried other greens, they love our greens. Like our greens are actually good. I encourage you, if you are not sold on the greens yet, go try to buy some at Whole Foods or Sprouts, and you are gonna be like, okay, our greens are superior to many greens, okay? And then even more so with the discount they can get by getting the 30-day gut system, okay? The gut reset. So now I'm going to show you, I want to show you what is duplicatable systems that we have in the business side, right? Like this is also important. So phone a friend over and over and over. It is so freaking simple, but it has anybody earning, whether they're new or they're 12 years in, like myself. Okay. The other thing that I want you to see is it's not just focusing on distributors and it's not just focusing on perks members. Y'all, we need both no matter what rank you are, no matter if you're just joining. Our business builds and thrives and grows off of having customers because they bring in volume, and having distributors because that is what builds your team and it unlocks your access into many different networks, right? Because even if we share a little bit of our network with somebody else, they still have a network outside of the people that you guys have in common. Okay, so here's the thing, if you're doing that, this is like, I still print this. Okay, so even though I don't get the $100 distributor bonus, this keeps me on track, right? So it keeps me on track of going for and focusing on the things that I should, that A is duplicatable and my new girls are doing anyways. But also, if you're doing this, you guys, this is, you're building a ruby each month, like for yourself, like you're building a ruby. And we know that if you are building rubies over and over and over again, you are going to be emerald, you are going to go diamond, you are going to go double diamond. So this kind of goes back to just the rubies, right? So this is exactly what I have my new girls print out. And I make sure to keep track of their dates so that they know if they are in period 1, period 2, period 3. But I also want them staring at this over and over because I want them to see that they can make $800 in weekly bonuses. Because usually this sucker and these bonuses surpasses the goal that they even started for. But what's cool is if they're doing this, they're also building a ruby every single month. So that would have them being diamond in 3 months. Okay? And not what the only thing that's a little better than rubies is a personally enrolled diamond. We all know that, right? Okay. And then we obviously have our roadmaps. So the one thing that I love about this is that it is not a guessing game. It is not a guessing game. If you are filling out this sheet right here and you are teaching this sheet, so it is duplicatable, right? Then you are going to be filling these in no matter what. If you're doing your sheet, this is your ruby, right? And then we know that every single rank that's after this is just a number of rubies. And when we look at these maps, if we're like, well, how the heck do you fill these in? We know how to fill them in, you guys. Those are our daily core income producing actions that we have going on, right? So sharing, which is like posting stories, in person growing your network. Like you can do that any way you want. You can do any of these core income producing activities any way that you want. Messaging, we know there's money in the message, you guys. You got to get in the conversations no matter what, right? Interacting, which is forming relationships. Obviously, a lot of us use social media because it allows us to hit so many more people that we otherwise would not if we were just interacting with the people that we come into contact with day to day, right? And then we have self-development and plugging in with your team and that sort of thing here that we're here doing and that you're doing now. So we have the systems that can produce duplication. And if there's duplication happening in your business, you guys, you will see the multiplication happening. Okay. And if there's multiplication, you have momentum. You're going to have people hitting new ranks. You're going to have people re-ranking, but you're also going to maintain it. Okay. So I'm telling you, like, yes, my business had gone backwards at one point. And the thing is I was like, you know what was good about that is that first of all, I realized that wasn't the end of my story. But guess what that happened? I dug deep and I was like, you know what? I have to start offering and being that leader before I'm that rank. And it really pushed me. And you know what, you guys? Because I chose to grow into the rank that I wanted and I started doing the new things, I've never lost rank again since, ever. Because we have duplication happening, which means there's multiplication happening. Nor have I ever stopped working my business. Yes, I'm ambassador. Yes, have I hit the goals that I have made 100%. But there's a lot more people who have goals that they want to hit and that are praying for a business like this. And you know what? I want to keep this business. Like this business has offered me so many things. So let's talk about what's on the table for March Madness. Okay. So we know that for International Women's Day, it's actually tomorrow. Also, you guys, It Works just celebrated 23 years. Like that's freaking incredible. That's actually incredible. And we have maintained to stay a debt-free company. We went debt-free in 2009 and we have stayed that way. Like, y'all, that's not normal. I know that's normal for It Works, but that's not normal in the business world. Okay? So know that you are a part of something so freaking special, okay? But I want to share this. So as we're celebrating like all the things, okay? So we have free wraps from now till March 10th, which what day is that, you guys? Is that, let me see. Hold on. That is, what is that? Sunday. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, till 11:59 Central Standard Time. This is for distributors and for Perks members. Okay, so if you are a current distributor or Perks member, this is us placing an order outside of our auto ship for 125. Then they would get kicked out a free box of wraps, okay? If they are new and enrolling, if their order is 125 or higher, this automatically goes in. You do not need a code. If they are a distributor, I want you to know this. Let's just talk about this for a second. We know we have 3 new BBK options. Guess what? Do you realize that the new BBK options also line up with the 3 packs that we just talked about? There's the weight loss one, there is the coffee one, so the gut health, and then there's the hair. So if they, again, they didn't add the entire pack to the BBK options because it allows them to make their own pack and add those extras, but they even save more. So they get their 25% discount because they're a distributor, but then they get an extra 30% off. And so if they add on products and their subtotal comes to 125 or higher, they're going to also get free wraps with their enrollment. So yes, you can kind of double dip, okay? And so again, if it isn't the subtotal, you have to think the 30-day drop is 125 automatically. So all those people that you've talked to about the 30-day drop, or hey, just like a little hint, maybe post about the 30-day drop, because if they get started on it, they're automatically going to get the free wraps. Okay. If they do the hair one, so they're going for beauty, they would still get the free wraps, right? Because the pack is 149. The only pack that is not 125 or higher is the gut reset, but you can add in a product and then they could get the free wraps with it, okay? This is the last month for re-rank and rank up jumpstart bonuses, okay? I want to share, let's just talk about these two right here, these kitty corner ones. I would tell you, as somebody who has been here, that you want to go hard in March. Okay, I don't even care where you are not at or how far you think you're away. I want to tell you something. If you are Ruby this month and then you keep going and you are pushing in April and you're Emerald in April, you are teeing yourself up for some magnificent things with these announcements coming April 27th. That's what I'm telling you. So again, if you are Emerald and then you're going Diamond, you're teeing yourself up. If you are Diamond and you are going for double Diamond in April and you keep running and you're not waiting for these things over here, stop waiting. I don't like waiting. You're teeing yourself up. Okay, so I want you to think everything that you're doing here in April can make April, the end of April, a game-changing, life-changing month for you. Plain and simple. Okay, so just remember that. And then we have our 30-day drop and 30-day gut reset contest. So this is how this works. Every single customer enrollment that you have with the 30-day drop or the 30-day gut reset drop, if you already enrolled some customers, I want to hear them. If you've already got entries into the giveaway, tell me in the chat. I want to see it. I know Quita has, because she told me, and I was like, yeah, okay. So here's the deal. Everyone that you get and you enroll with these two things, you get an entry into the weekly giveaways, okay? Those are announced on the Sunday night call. Now, if you order one of these yourself, so if you put this on your auto ship and you order one, and then you're also enrolling people with it, then you are not only entered into the giveaways, but you are also entered into the $500 cash giveaway that they do monthly as well. I also want you to know that, say this first week, you already have 3 entries into the giveaways. Guess what? Then the week after, you get 4. You now have 7. They just keep accumulating. Like, they don't reset the entries every single week. So by the end of March, like you could have 20 some freaking entries into this sucker, you guys. So and they're not they're like awesome prizes. I don't know if you're paying attention, but like let's win some things. We need to be buzzing over here, okay? And then the last thing I want to share with you is that there was a Ruby Reach Ruby Teach Ruby training today and it was so good. It is on the Road to VIP page. I always say, like, if I'm sending people, I watch the stuff myself because I like to know what they're hearing so I can go back and have conversation with them. And so if you have people that are reaching for Ruby and or you're like, dang, they're hungry for some of these big bonuses, go have them watch this. This is literally talking about what we talked about tonight. Duplication of Ruby, teaching Ruby, and literally that unlocks you going every rank past that. Straight up. Okay? I'm going to stop this for 1 second and I'm going to look at the chat. Um Team Berry, Berry. Yes, I'm a berry girl too. See, Kevin loves chocolate. I know, I'm telling you, there's something for everybody. I'm like berry all the way. Okay. I've been putting my aloe in my greens. Oh gosh, see, people are so smart. You guys, you want to know what I've been doing? Vanessa told me about this, and then Carla Burns was talking about it. I love warm lemon water in the morning, and sometimes I don't have time to do that in my aloe. Like it's like I'm already leaving the house, you know. But I've been doing the warm lemon water with my aloe in it, and it is freaking good. It is so so good. Okay, so I just want to see if you guys have any questions on anything. Yes, Lisa, I love it. See, you guys already have freaking entries in here. Yep, also added the 2-day cleanse. You guys, they purposely don't put some of those things in there so we can add it in there. So you can like get that extra BV, okay? So they kind of already do that. And again, I'm telling you, your volume is still going to be so much higher if you're starting high and going low. It just is like you're going to be like, oh, now my minimum order is like 2 products in order. Well, even that's pretty good BV. Like you're bringing in anywhere from 60 to 90 some BV. You know what I'm saying? But man, when you're trucking along at like 30 BV, 30 BV, it's hard. It feels like it takes a lot. So if you're focusing on the packs and you're using the systems that they have in place, you're going to be like blowing through those things and you're going to be blowing through perks member bonuses. You're going to be blowing through qualified legs and people are all going to be promoting and it's going to be just really good. Okay. Any questions you guys that you have on the 3 duplicatable systems that we have going on that brings everything together? Are we good? Yeah. Okay. I did record this successfully. Okay. So no promises of when it will get up. It might get up tonight though. But I hope you guys have an awesome night and let's go kill March. Like it is going to be so, so good. I'm so excited for all of you. Good night, you guys.